This is the Crickett CPR. Now this scope is not the optic that came on the rifle. This is a Leupold VXR Patrol 1.5 to 4 power scope in an American Defense rail here, mount, scope base, if you will. I had some fantastic accuracy with this rifle, shooting all the way out to 180 yards with my buddy Justin at the gear shack. But what I realized when I came home and went to put it on paper was that my accuracy was diminishing. So I tracked down the culprit. I've figured some things out. I've kind of figured out some of the places where my accuracy was going wrong, and I want to share with you today the pursuit of accuracy on this rifle. Now, one quick caveat. We are pursuing accuracy with CCI standard velocity ammo. I do have a brick of different ammo from Ely that I am going to try out all the way up to Ely 10X. But for this video, I'm not looking for necessarily the peak potential accuracy of the rifle. What I'm looking for is where some of my accuracy issues are coming from and why my accuracy is degrading. So you're going to want to stick around and check this out, especially if you have or are interested in this rifle, either for yourself or for your little guy. Hello, I'm Jacob and you are watching the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to my patrons on Patreon. Your patronage helps me fund this channel to do honest gear reviews and videos while being paid by the subscriber and viewer instead of the incorporation. I believe that helps keep things honest. Also, you can check out my personal businesses, Exodus Knife and Tool for my knives, and Beach and Tactical for my custom handmade to order slings, slings that I designed while serving in Afghanistan. Finally, for the month of August, my channel sponsor is Combat Art Training, another veteran making his own product, revolutionary, awesome products at a great price. Please check him out. All of these links will be in the description box below, along with my affiliate links, as well as a coupon code to Kentuckiana Gun Works. He makes awesome oil and grease. It's the only stuff that I use for my pews. Let's get you right back to the content. So, issue number one is this muzzle brake. And so I realized, I do think that the stock 4-power scope had issues as well. I did a video on that. I deleted it. I will, once I get this dialed in, I'll put that scope back on and we'll return to that later. But the biggest issue that I found so far, this muzzle brake, it's not the muzzle brake that they used to include or compensator that they used to include with this rifle. This is a little bit newer edition, and it gets absolutely filled with crap. Lead, specifically. I had to take my pick and chunk massive pieces of lead out of this compensator. I'm hoping with the focus you can see that some of the buildup that I have just from today on this guy, it is in there. It might be hard to see. What have I shot today? I've shot probably about 100 rounds, and we already have buildup. This rifle's coming up close to 1,000 rounds at this point, which I would still consider pretty much within a break-in period. So look at what happens with my groups here when I get this dialed in. First, look at my first 4-shot group with everything being perfectly clean. You can see the accuracy degrade, and then I take the muzzle brake off. Alright, so as I've been testing, it's been a little bit weird. Out of the perfectly clean gun, off of the bipod, and feeling rather shaky, that was my first 4-shot group at 50 yards using CCI standard velocity. My next 5-shot group is here, then this one here, and then I removed the compensator And that is my final 5-shot group so far. Oddly enough, I actually did feel a difference in recoil with and without the compensator, which I found to be hilarious. So I'm going to keep shooting a little bit and see if I can't tighten this up. So this is all I intend to do on paper here with standard velocity. I can still shoot the rifle with different ammos, which I will do later, and see if the rifle likes a different ammo. But I was feeling like my groups were tightening up, although they're still not good. And then this was my last group, which is not good at all. So if I can start getting a 5-shot group like this, or even a 5-shot group like this 4-shot one here, I think that it would be worth doing some investing into making the rifle more accurate. But the first thing that I need is a scope with a reticle that is much finer. The Leupold VXR Patrol 1.5 to 4 power has a pretty thick reticle for this, where the center essentially completely covers my 1-inch dot at 50 yards. So that's not ideal for this. I think that we have potential here. I think to realize that potential, I might have to put it into the Crickett chassis. But I'm going to go ahead and shoot at some steel here at 100 yards. And if I can reliably bang the 3-inch target at 100 yards, I might not worry about it, because this is not my go-to accuracy rifle. This might just be a fun rifle for me and the boys and training and maybe friendly competition. There you have it, guys. This experience is becoming another saga. I seem to review firearms, and my review will change over the course of hundreds or thousands of rounds, and I start having issues. I hope that's not going to be the case here. I think that we have a few culprits. Again, I already mentioned the optic, the compensator. I'm just going to put a thread protector on here. You know, hopefully that will keep this squared away. This is not a free-floated barrel, and I think this chassis probably has a little bit too much flex in it. I don't understand why they would go through the effort of molding this entire stock and not free-floating the barrel. That way, even if it had a little bit of flex in it, you might have some better results. So what am I going to do from here? Well, I need to shrink these group sizes a little bit more, figure out what's going on. I'm going to shoot some different ammos, see if that fixes things. We're going to try a different optic, but we are most certainly going to keep this compensator off. So if you have the CPR and you are looking to shoot it yourself, or more importantly with your kids, something like this that can give you frustrating results, and as it fouls up, it can even unscrew itself because it doesn't come with a crush washer on here, and that can throw your groups wider and wider and in random places. That's not how you teach your kids to shoot. All right, so I would certainly replace this. Even if it had a crush washer, it wouldn't be worth keeping because the way it gets gummed up. We're going to put a thread protector on it, and next step is going to be a different optic, hopefully from Primary Arms. The next step after that will most likely be a chassis. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. And I hope I caught on film at one point, part of my accuracy problem on the plates out there, the plates were a lot of fun. I had a branch dangling right in front of my target. Hopefully you saw me shoot that branch off and hit the target. It was actually a pretty cool moment. Regardless of anything else, this rifle is a really, really good time. And at this point, I would not suggest it for the right buyer. But what I would do is I would suggest it with a few caveats. And I would absolutely suggest I would absolutely suggest that Keystone Sporting Arms makes some changes to this rifle, CPR version 2, whatever the case may be. They already changed to this muzzle brake. We can make some changes to the stock, and ideally for the same, at the same price point, I think we could have a better product. So again, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I will talk to you there, and I hope that you have a blessed day.